Did you know that stories are up to 22 times more memorable than facts alone? That's huge. And it tells us something very important. Storytelling isn't just entertainment, it is one of the most powerful tools we have for communication, connection, and influence. From the dawn of humanity, before books, before screens, even before a written language was formed, we had stories. People gather around fires under the stars, telling or sharing stories of courage, survival, love, and hope. Storytelling was never just a pastime, it was the oldest form of teaching, the deepest way to inspire, and the most powerful way to connect with each other. And that is exactly what we are going to explore together in the next few minutes. Why storytelling is so powerful and how we can use its core elements to make our own message unforgettable. Before we dive in, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, hit that button. And if the matter that we are going to talk about is resonating with you, give it a like, share it with someone who would like to hear about this. Now, let us understand why stories matter. Stories shape how we see the world. Facts inform us, but stories transform us. A statistic may tell that a millions face hunger, but one story of a child struggling for a single meal moves our heart to act. That is the magic of storytelling. It gives meaning to data, emotion to logic, and humanity to information. It bridges cultures, generations, and perspectives. It reminds us that despite our differences, we share the same human experience. Now, let us understand what happens in our brain when we hear a story. Here is the fascinating part. When we hear a story, our brain don't just process the words that we hear. They light up like a Christmas tree. Facts activate only the language centers within our brain. But stories, they trigger sensory, motor, and emotional areas. This is called neural coupling. Your brain mirrors mine as I tell the story. That is why we just don't hear a story, but we feel it with our emotions and heart. Now let us look at how do people use stories in branding. Think about the brands that you love the most. They don't just sell product, they sell stories. Take Nike for example. Their advertisements rarely talk about shoe specifications. Instead, they show how athletes overcome immense challenges and they sell it with a simple tagline: just do it. They are not selling shoes or sports items. They are selling perseverance, courage, and victory. And that is what makes this advertisement unforgettable. It is important for us to look at how storytelling can be used for personal growth. Each one of us carries a story. Our struggles, our victories, our lessons. They are the chapters that shape who we are. Sharing our stories isn't about boasting, it is about holding up a mirror so that others can see themselves. When we tell our story of overcoming fear, someone else finds courage from that. When we share our journey of failure and learning, someone else discovers resilience. Storytelling transforms pain into wisdom and wisdom into guidance. Now, understanding the facts about storytelling and its importance, it is important for us to understand how we can become better storytellers. And please remember, none of us become storytellers from our birth. This is something that we need to practice at different stages of our life. I would like to talk about 4 simple steps that could start our journey. Number 1, keep it conversational. Write like you speak. Second, use vivid details. Show people through your words rather than telling the story. Third, incorporate visuals. Let images and B-roll amplify your words. Use it or use visuals wherever you can. Fourthly and finally, practice loud. When you practice loudly, we are able to find rhythm and things which are not fitting in a story, you are able to easily identify. In conclusion, storytelling is the thread that weaves together knowledge, emotion, and action. It is how we remember, how we connect, and how we inspire. Whether you are a leader, a teacher, an entrepreneur, or simply someone striving to grow, your story is your greatest tool. Tell it with honesty, tell it with courage, and tell it with purpose. Because stories don't change minds, they change lives.